WWE has employed a number of characters in its history, but it is the feuds between these characters that really fuel WWE drama and entertainment. You can argue that Stone Cold Steve Austin would not be the toughest SOB to ever live. If it wasn't for Vince McMahon, the story of Kane would not be as chilling, frightening, and dangerously curious without The Undertaker. And John Cena would have never reached the level of superstardom and popularity he achieved if it wasn't for Randy Orton. The feuds between the WWE superstars are what drive the growth and popularity of the WWE. But out of the thousands of feuds that the WWE has showcased in its storied history, what were some of the best feuds ever? That's exactly what we're going to be looking at right now. First, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. Starting with the iconic feud between Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. This rivalry began in the early 1980s and culminated at WrestleMania 3 in 1987. The buildup was intense. Fans were captivated as Andre turned heel and challenged Hogan for the WWF Championship. This feud was monumental, not just for its matches, but for the larger-than-life characters involved. The main event at WrestleMania 3 is etched in history. Hogan's body slam of the 520-pound Andre is one of the most iconic moments in wrestling. This moment didn't just solidify Hogan as a superstar. It made wrestling mainstream.
Hulk Hogan has proven to everyone what he's made of.
Second, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon. Next, we dive into the feud that defined the Attitude Era. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon. This rivalry ignited in 1997 when Austin emerged as the rebellious anti-hero. Vince, as the authoritarian figure, represented the establishment. Their clashes were filled with drama and intensity. Memorable moments included the infamous beer truck incident, where Austin doused McMahon and the entire roster with beer. The culmination of their rivalry at WrestleMania 14, where Austin captured the WWF Championship, marked a turning point for wrestling. This feud not only propelled Austin to superstardom, but also revitalized WWF's ratings during a tough era.
Wait a minute! Stone Cold!
3. The Rock versus John Cena. Coming in at number 3, we have the modern classic rivalry between The Rock and John Cena. This feud kicked off in 2011, culminating in an epic showdown at WrestleMania 28. Their exchanges were filled with electrifying promos, showcasing their charisma and competitive spirit. The build-up to their match was monumental, with Cena challenging The Rock and The Rock returning to the ring after years away. Their match not only headlined WrestleMania, but also became a cultural phenomenon. The rematch at WrestleMania 29 added another layer, solidifying their place in wrestling history as two of the biggest names of all time.
Rock bottom! The Rock has beaten John Cena!
Fourth, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels. Next, we have the legendary feud between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. This rivalry began in the late 1990s and was marked by personal animosity and classic matches. The tension peaked during the infamous Montreal Screwjob at Survivor Series 1997, where Vince McMahon orchestrated a title change without Bret's consent. This moment not only changed the trajectory of both wrestlers' careers, but also introduced a level of realism and drama that wrestling had never seen before. The fallout from this feud affected the company for years to come, influencing storylines and character development.
Are you kidding me?
5. The Undertaker versus Kane. Coming in at number 5, we can't forget the sibling rivalry of The Undertaker and Kane. Their feud began in 1997 when Kane debuted at Bad Blood, attacking The Undertaker. The storyline played on their dark family history, leading to epic battles that were both supernatural and emotional. Their Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood was particularly memorable, featuring a mix of storytelling and physicality that showcased both wrestlers' unique styles. The depth of their rivalry and the mythos surrounding their characters made this one of the most captivating storylines in wrestling history.
That's gotta be Kane!
Sixth, Edge versus John Cena. Next, we have the rivalry between Edge and John Cena. This feud began in 2006 and was marked by intense matches and personal stakes. Edge, embodying the ultimate opportunist, cashed in his money in the bank contract on Cena to win the title, igniting their rivalry. Their matches, including the TLC match at Unforgiven, showcased their chemistry and willingness to push boundaries. The personal nature of their feud, highlighted by passionate promos and hard-hitting matches, made this one of the standout rivalries of the ruthless aggression era.
Edge had shocked the world!
7. Randy Orton versus John Cena. At number 7, we have the classic rivalry between Randy Orton and John Cena. This feud spanned several years and was filled with intense matches and emotional storytelling. Their feud began in 2007, with Orton attacking Cena and eventually winning the WWE Championship. The high-stakes situations they faced off in, including the historic WWE Championship match at TLC in 2013, showcased their abilities and the personal nature of their rivalry. Their chemistry in the ring and on the mic made this a must-watch feud.
Oh, and Orton with a cheap shot, and here comes Cena!
8. Triple H versus The Rock. Coming in at number 8, we have the rivalry between Triple H and The Rock. This feud began in the late 90s and included epic battles for the WWF Championship. Their contrasting styles, Triple H's cerebral approach and The Rock's electrifying charisma, made for classic matches and memorable promos. The chemistry they shared led to standout moments at events like SummerSlam and WrestleMania, showcasing their talents and storytelling abilities. Their rivalry not only elevated both men, but also helped define the Attitude Era.
And is telling The Rock to just bring it!
9. Chris Jericho versus Shawn Michaels. Next, we have the intense rivalry between Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels. This feud ignited in 2008 when Jericho attacked Michaels, leading to an emotionally charged storyline filled with personal stakes. Their matches, particularly at WrestleMania 99 and Unforgiven, were not just about the titles. They were about respect and redemption. The personal nature of their rivalry added layers to their matches, making it one of the most compelling stories in WWE history.
Oh, Jericho!
Finally, we can't forget the heated rivalry between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. This feud began after Rollins betrayed the Shield in 2014, setting off a chain reaction of events that led to a personal and intense rivalry. Their matches, particularly at TLC 2014 and other events, were filled with high stakes and emotional weight, highlighting their history as former allies. The depth of their story and the intensity of their matches made this one of the standout rivalries of the modern era. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment for some honorable mentions. Rivalries like The Miz versus Daniel Bryan and Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair brought new dynamics to the wrestling scene, showcasing the evolution of storytelling in WWE. Each of these feuds contributed to the rich tapestry of wrestling history, proving that rivalries can create magic in the ring and resonate with fans long after they end. And there you have it, the greatest feuds in WWF history that shaped the wrestling landscape. Which feud was your favorite? Did we miss any that you think should be on the list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling content. Until next time, keep the passion alive and remember, it's still real to